this is really my evolution. I started, and I think many of us do, with a backpack. I was on my bike, I had a backpack, and I was going to work, and I found it's extremely ineffective. That it was too heavy. I didn't have enough room for my supplies. I was really hot. I was really uncomfortable. So then I moved to getting a rack, and I have a hybrid bike. It's a wonderful bike. It's extremely lightweight. I sit upright. It's extremely comfortable, and it had the capability for rack and bags. I purchased the rack and bags. Again, another investment I had to make, but I find that the financial investment I've made and retrofitting my bike so I can use it more efficiently is going to have long-term beneficial impacts on my health. And I absolutely think on my mental sanity. I'm a much happier person on my bike than I am in traffic in a car. But back to the rack and bags. They're wonderful. I have 2 saddlebags on my bike. I have a rack. It's extremely easy to use. My bags each came with a rain cover. So when it's raining, I can cover all of my equipment. I have clothes, shoes. I have a laptop. I have lots of items with me, and it's extremely effective. I'm able to get to work with all of my items that I need for the day, and it's minimal increased effort. I really don't notice that it's any harder on me having my rack in the bags. The next part of my transition was getting my workplace and my home organized for this new life. So that did indeed take some planning. And that's what I highly suggest that folks do that are considering making a transition from using your car to using a bike or another alternative mode of transportation, is that you do have to think about things a little bit differently. I have to leave my house 5 minutes early. That's it, only 5 minutes earlier to get my daughter to school. So it took a little bit of planning. She had to eat her breakfast a little bit earlier, but that's it. We had to plan the safe route that, really took minimal resources and time, but it was extremely effective. Also, I have to prep my office for any type of issues that would arise or things I would forget. So because I do have one office that I report to for work, I'm able to keep things like a belt, like an extra pair of socks, all these tiny little things that don't seem important when you're taking a car. But when you show up to the office and you're, transitioning from your clothes on your bike to your work clothes, there are things that are really important that I found are really important. Grooming supplies, an extra brush. So I just created my little emergency kit that I keep at the office. It's extremely effective. I love it because I know that I'm going to have my bag with my clothes for the office with me. I'm going to change when I get to the office. And if I forget something, which often happens, I'm prepared. Lastly, efficiency. Like I've indicated, I have a route. I'm very comfortable on my route, and I've made the system extremely foolproof. One thing that I do is that I always tell my husband what days I'm taking my bike and if I'm not taking my bike. So people know where I am. I have a 9-mile commute to my office. So it's 45 minutes, depending, on how fast I go, sometimes a little bit less, but 45 minutes I'm on my bike in the morning and then in the afternoon. And so, I have somebody in my life, and I suggest this for other people, have a plan and then tell people what you're doing. Not everybody has this need for security or safety. And that could just be my own personal thing. But I do think it's really great for people to know, like, I ride my bike to work. It takes me 45 minutes. Don't expect me 45 minutes. I mean, any shorter than 45 minutes, that's how long it takes me to get places. And I'm going to arrive, yes, indeed, a little sweaty, but a much happier person. So I have a routine. I have a system in place. There's no surprises. It's become foolproof for me.